A black waitress is fired for helping Elon Musk. She gets the shock of her life when she received a $100 million tip from him. It was a humid summer morning in Houston, Texas, and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee filled the small but bustling diner known as Texas Sunrise Café. The cafe was a popular spot for locals, with its worn wooden booths and a cheerful chalkboard menu hanging above the counter. Amber Johnson, a 28-year-old waitress, adjusted her apron as she prepared for another long shift. Amber, a black woman with warm brown eyes and an easy smile, was known for her charm and quick wit. Though the work was hard and the pay barely covered her bills, Amber took pride in treating every customer with kindness and respect. Her manager, Frank Donovan, however, was a different story. A staunch and vocal Democrat, Frank was often loud about his political views and quick to criticize anyone who disagreed with him. Amber had learned to stay out of his way, focusing instead on her job and the customers she loved serving. Amber had just finished delivering a stack of pancakes to a young family when the cafe door jingled, and a man wearing a plain black suit stepped inside. Despite his effort to blend in, Amber instantly recognized him. It was Elon Musk, the billionaire inventor and entrepreneur. Elon Musk took a seat in a corner booth, and though the cafe patrons initially didn't notice him, whispers soon began to ripple through the room. Amber approached his table with a practiced smile.
Good morning. Welcome to Texas Sunrise. What can I get for you?
Just a black coffee, please.
Coming right up.
As she walked to the counter, she overheard a couple of regulars whispering.
Is that really him? Yeah, I think it is. What's he doing in a place like this?
Amber felt a twinge of unease. She could tell this wasn't going to be a quiet visit. As Elon sipped his coffee, a tall, middle-aged man in a crisp suit entered the cafe. His name was Donald Blake, a regular customer known for his outspoken opinions and a loud voice that often filled the diner. Spotting Elon, Donald's eyes narrowed. To Amber's dismay, Donald made a beeline for Elon's table. Without invitation, he plopped into the seat across from Elon, his voice booming.
You know, I've got a bone to pick with you. Your inventions might be revolutionary, but you're ripping off Americans. Electric cars, overpriced toys, space exploration, a waste of taxpayer money. And don't even get me started on your politics.
Elon looked up unfazed but said nothing, letting Donald continue his tirade.
You think associating with the Republicans will save you? Let me tell you, as a Democrat, we don't want anything to do with you.
Amber clenched her jaw. She wanted to step in, but she hesitated, unsure if it was her place. Then she noticed other patrons whispering and staring, some even pulling out their phones to record the scene. Finally, unable to hold back, Amber approached the table. Her voice was calm but firm as she addressed Donald.
Excuse me, Mr. Blake. I think you're being unfair. Elon Musk might be controversial, but he's done incredible things. He's invested in renewable energy, advanced space exploration, and supports hospitals and children through his foundation. Whatever your opinion of him, that doesn't justify speaking to him like this.
The cafe fell silent. All eyes were on Amber.
And who are you to defend him? A waitress? Do you think he cares about you?
Maybe he doesn't, but I believe in giving credit where it's due.
Elon, still silent, glanced up at Amber, a faint smile playing on his lips.
Before Donald could respond, Frank, Amber's manager, emerged from the back, his face red with anger. Amber, what do you think you're doing?
I'm standing up for a customer, Frank. Isn't that part of my job?
That customer's associated with the Republican Party, and as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't deserve defending. We don't need this kind of drama in my cafe.
Frank, this isn't about politics. This is about treating people with decency.
I don't care. You're fired. Get your things and get out.
A gasp rippled through the cafe. Amber stared at Frank, her heart pounding.
You're firing me for standing up for someone?
That's right. Pack up and leave.
Amber looked around the cafe, meeting the sympathetic gazes of a few patrons, but no one spoke up. With her head held high, she untied her apron, placed it on the counter, and walked out. Amber sat on a bench outside the cafe, her emotions a whirlwind of anger and disbelief. She had given years to this job, and this was how it ended. A few minutes later, Elon Musk stepped out of the cafe, holding his receipt. He approached Amber, handing it to her with a calm smile.
Thank you for defending me. Not many people would have done that.
Amber took the receipt, confused until her eyes fell on the tip line. Her breath caught in her throat. It read, $100 million.
Is this real?
Use it wisely.
Without another word, he walked to his car and drove away, leaving Amber clutching the receipt in stunned silence.
Amber sat on the bench outside the cafe, her mind racing as she stared at the receipt. The $100 million tip felt surreal, like a dream she might wake up from at any moment. She checked and rechecked the numbers, certain there had to be some mistake.
Her phone buzzed, breaking her trance. It was her best friend, Kayla Williams, a vivacious and outspoken woman who always knew how to lift Amber's spirits.
Hey girl, what's up?
You're not going to believe what just happened.
Over the next few minutes, Amber recounted the events at the cafe, from the heated argument to her sudden firing, and finally, Elon Musk's jaw-dropping tip. Kayla was silent for a moment, then erupted into laughter.
Wait. You mean to tell me Elon Musk just handed you $100 million for standing up for him?
I know it sounds crazy, but it's real. I don't even know what to do with this.
The first thing you do is get that money into a bank account. And then, girl, we're going to figure out what's next for you. Back at Texas Sunrise Cafe, the mood had shifted dramatically. Word of Amber's firing and Elon Musk's astronomical tip spread like wildfire through the local community. Customers began questioning Frank's leadership, and some even started boycotting the cafe. Donald Blake, the man who had confronted Elon, was also feeling the heat. His rude behavior was caught on video by another patron, and the footage went viral on social media. The comments section was flooded with criticism, calling him out for his arrogance and lack of respect. Frank, however, was oblivious to the storm brewing around him. Good riddance, he muttered to himself, convinced that firing Amber was the right decision. But as the days passed and foot traffic dwindled, even he began to wonder if he had made a mistake.
2 days after the incident, Amber received a phone call from an unknown number. She hesitated before answering.
Hello, is this Amber Johnson?
Yes, this is Amber.
This is Samantha Blake, a financial advisor. Mr. Musk has asked me to assist you in managing your new funds.
Amber's stomach flipped. She hadn't even begun to process the logistics of her sudden wealth.
Wow, thank you. I don't even know where to start.
That's what I'm here for. We'll meet tomorrow to go over everything. Mr. Musk wanted to ensure you have the tools to make the most of this opportunity.
Amber hung up, her nerves mixed with excitement. She couldn't believe that Elon Musk had thought this far ahead. The next day, Amber met with Samantha in a sleek downtown office. Samantha, a poised man in his 40s, greeted Amber warmly and began explaining the intricacies of managing a sudden influx of wealth.
We'll start by setting up trusts and investment accounts to ensure your money grows over time. And if you have any immediate goals or dreams, we can prioritize those as well.
I've always wanted to start my own business, something that supports the community and creates opportunities for people like me.
That's a wonderful idea. Let's make it happen.
For the first time, Amber felt a sense of control over her future. With Samantha's guidance, she began laying the groundwork for her dream. Meanwhile, the controversy surrounding Texas Sunrise Cafe reached new heights. Former customers took to social media to share their negative experiences with Frank, and a local news station picked up the story. Frank was forced to address the situation publicly. "I stand by my decision," he said in an interview, his tone defensive. "This is my cafe, and I have the right to manage it as I see fit." His words only fueled the backlash. Within weeks, the cafe's revenue plummeted, and Frank was forced to close its doors. For Amber, the news was bittersweet. She felt vindicated, but also saddened that it had come to this. Still, she focused on her new journey, determined to build something positive out of her experience. Amber's vision for her business began to take shape. She decided to open a cafe of her own, one that celebrated diversity, respect, and creativity. She called it Amber's Haven, a welcoming space where people from all walks of life could gather. The cafe featured a vibrant menu with locally sourced ingredients, live music nights, and a program that offered job training for underprivileged youth. Amber poured her heart into every detail, from the warm decor to the inclusive hiring policies. On opening day, the cafe was packed. Kayla was there, cheering Amber on, and even Samantha stopped by to show his support. Amber stood behind the counter, overwhelmed with gratitude as she watched her dream come to life. One afternoon, as Amber worked behind the counter, she noticed a familiar figure walk through the door. It was Elon Musk.
Elon, what are you doing here?
I had to see this place for myself. It's incredible, Amber. You've done an amazing job.
Thank you. None of this would have been possible without you.
You were the one who stood up and took the leap. I just gave you a push.
Amber smiled, knowing he was right. She led him to a booth where he ordered a coffee, just like he had on the day they met. As Amber's haven thrived, Amber became a local icon. She used her platform to advocate for social issues, speaking at events and supporting initiatives that promoted equality and opportunity. She also created a foundation to provide scholarships for aspiring entrepreneurs inspired by her own journey. Each time she shared her story, she emphasized the importance of standing up for what's right and believing in one's potential. Amber's life had transformed in ways she never could have imagined. What had begun as a difficult day at work had turned into an opportunity to change her world and the lives of others. Her story became a testament to the power of kindness, resilience, and the unexpected connections that can change everything. And through it all, she remained grounded, never forgetting the moment that had set her journey in motion, standing up for what she believed in and receiving a tip of a lifetime. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more interesting and captivating racial discrimination stories.